Not Till Friday podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment on YouTube, rate us on Spotify, and remember, we're available wherever you get your podcasts from, as long as I actually update the podcast episodes, which I definitely got to do. So,
one day.
One of these days. One of these days when I have some time. Yeah, so we went paintballing yesterday, and a lot of people there were just straight up not calling hits.
If you're watching this,
call your hits.
I hope you die.
If you're watching this, call your hits.
I hope you break all your fingers so you can't play anymore.
Yeah, not even people that play paintball, just everyone that watches this in general, because he didn't actually specify. So, all right, everybody, broken fingers. 3, 2, 1. You can actually break your
all at
your
once.
thumb,
This is an
thumb
educational video. YouTube. Just go.
Oh, you're right. How to break your thumb ligament. So, if you fold it in like this, what you're gonna want to do,
and
with
just
your thumb
press on the
tucked in,
joint.
you're gonna want to flick your wrist like that. That'll tear that little thumb ligament that you have there. Can't play paintball. So, Michael, tell me the story. Tell me the story of what was going on.
Is that a permanent injury?
No, it'll heal.
Yeah.
But if you do it enough,
If you do enough, you can make it permanent.
If you just sever your hand, honestly.
Go.
man.
Are you looking up how to break a thumb ligament?
So yeah, how to break your thumb ligament? Yeah, it's right there.
Dude, no.
That video, that picture makes me uncomfortable.
Learn useless
I
talents.
bet it does hurt.
Ah.
But I get
UCL
some
What the fuck
injury.
is that one?
Like, you know, it's an
No, that's
ACL
fucking
injury and then
hurting me.
UCL injury, skier's thumb. I don't know.
Oh fuck! You can break it that
that's
way.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
That's
I
terrible.
don't know why seeing injuries like that or like seeing diagrams of injuries make that part of my body hurt.
So,
I don't know fucking
so
why.
what happens if you watch a cartel video? Do you start going like, my neck?
Unironically, I get itchy in my neck.
You know, I get the same thing,
Sure.
but if I watch like medical shows, you know, like
Okay,
Grey's
medical
Anatomy
shows, medical
or
shows
House.
make sense, or like the popper ones,
like
where it's
diagram ones, like that, like what you showed right there, like how
Okay,
to tear
okay.
the ligament,
Oh,
like
okay.
diagrams.
Okay. Michael, tell us about paintball before we get derailed too much. Fellas,
Don't be calling they shots.
fellas, don't be calling their shots, as he just said, obviously. And what are these fellas up to?
These
Fellas.
they'll be calling their shots, and they make the game really shitty. Like, almost like makes me just don't want to play at that place, or just like. And the thing is, you can't escape these people if you're playing publicly. Like, they're dressed for the thing. They look like they're semi-professional. They look like they respect the game. But then when it comes to it, it's like they get so mad. They know they got shot, but they think they're just like, nah. I'm not gonna get shot. I'm not out. They're gonna wipe their fucking thing, or they're just not gonna get their shots in. It's like, it's just so annoying. I don't want to play anymore with these people. They ruin the game. They really do ruin the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what, it happens every time.
Yeah.
Every single time we've gone and we played, always encounter motherfuckers, dude. It's just, it's irritating.
And
I get it. Like, you get, if you're very competitive about it, it's like, of course you don't want to get out, but like, it's part of the game. Like, you have to fucking get out, dude. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are, thinking like you're never gonna get shot? Like, come on, be realistic.
Yeah, like
fucking
if
ridiculous.
you want to get better, you're not going to cheat. But it's funny that you mentioned that, because even in like the highest level of tournaments, people cheat.
I see that shit too.
There's so many times where like they'll get hit and it'll like spray off the thumb or something, and they'll just lean up against the bunker and be like, oh no, it's just a spray or whatever. It's just like from the bunker paint. And like refs, that one's a little harder, because like you can see it in the aftermath because someone filmed it and they show like the slow motion shot. But it's not like soccer where you have 1,000 different angles and every ref can go, wait, let me run that back real quick. There you go.
How much money do you think they profit at Hollywood? Like, do you think they have enough to where they can like hire more people so there can be more vision in the field? You get me, and shit like that?
They could, they just don't want to, because if that's the business model that's working for them, where they just have a skeleton crew, there's no incentive to get better. That's why you need competition. If someone comes in and goes, okay, $35 of case of paint and blah blah blah, whatever it is, right? The whole spiel we've already gone over. But because there is no competition, they can just keep having shitty business practices, because at the end of the day, where else are you gonna go? Like, yeah, in your head you're like, man, I had a bad experience there, but I mean, I kind of still want to play paintball. Like, the want to play paintball outweighs the want to leave because of that one bad experience, which again, you're like, yeah, it might happen, but hey, I personally can go out there and play and get better and not have to worry about these guys in the future when eventually we win the lottery. Eventually, like I said, we win the lottery. This is not an if, it's a win.
It sucks in those
Make
open
our own
fields
field.
too when there's like houses and bunkers and shit. Cause like
Mhm.
you'll hit them through. You'll hit them
Play the
through.
lottery.
You hit them
Huh?
through.
Yeah, we don't play the lottery.
He plays the lottery.
Yeah, when it gets to like triple digits, yeah.
You'll hit them like through a window, through a door, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll just run away.
Yeah.
And they'll probably wipe in the moment that they're running away. It's like, oh, but they're not getting out because they're still in the house. They'll just like they'll get hit and they'll be like, oh, wipe, and then they'll come back out and like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, dude? Holy shit, that's so lame, dude. And then that's why I understand the yelling and the frustration of sometimes
Yeah.
of the fucking players.
The knee-jerk reaction to go get out, because there are sometimes too, yeah, where you see something and you're like, oh my god, it looks like it hit him, but maybe it didn't actually hit him, right?
Yeah, that's happened to me more than once.
No.
Where
I-
they've yelled at me and they're like, get out, and I'm like, where?
I yell
And
back.
that
I
shit
yell
too.
back, and I'm like, no, it bounced.
Yeah.
And I do check. I always check and make sure, and it's like it does bounce.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember. I don't think you remember that match where I was holding the left side of. Was it Mad Max or was it Escape LA? I forget which one is which.
So Mad Max has all the containers. Escape LA is the two-story one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Escape LA, right?
Yeah.
Or Mad Max, I mean.
Mad Max.
Mad Max. That's the one we were doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was holding the left side,
Mm-hmm.
did you see when I was taking? I took like 5 guys that were coming from the left side. Okay, so like, I took 2 because they were pulling up, boom,
Yeah.
boom, and then it was one of those guys that tried to shoot me back, but I blasted him like over
Yeah.
5, like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I got that guy out. He got mad because like you shot me too much. I was like, well, bitch, why do you
But you're
still try
gonna-
to shoot him? I
Yeah.
literally shot him 3 times. Boom, boom, boom. He looked, and he was about to shoot me, and he did shoot, but he missed. It bounced.
Uh-huh.
And then at that point, I was like, you know what? I was like,
Yeah.
fuck you, dude. What the fuck is your problem? He's like,
Yeah.
you overshot me. Is like, you're supposed to get
I
out.
heard
Why'd
that
you
one.
shoot
I
me
heard that
back?
Yeah. I heard
Fuck,
that one.
dude.
I heard that one.
Fuck.
So we were at the Rocks, right?
He walks away all mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, fuck yourself, dude. 2 guys pull up. They try to come over. They try to sneak over really
Mhm.
quickly. I get them both.
Mm-hmm.
I sneak in. I go like that. I go over.
Yeah.
I look over and I shoot him.
Yeah, you're peeking over it and you.
Third guy comes in. He sees that I did that, so
Yeah.
he rushes us through the side. He gets me on the knee
Mhm.
and bounces. I'm like,
Bruh,
fuck.
That's crazy. And you
I-
look down. There's no paint.
I look over. He went to cover again.
Mm-hmm.
He gets my knee again. It bounces again for the second time, dude.
I have a fucking bruise right here from where it bounced. Remember when I was like on my legs and I turned and I was like already, and then no, because they both fucking bounced on my legs, dude.
And the second time it bounced, he came out of cover. That's when I got him.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, that's some bullshit. And I was like, look, where?
Just
Where?
like in the video.
Fuck, dude.
Just like in the video where the kid slides in and he's like, "Tut-tut," and then the guy tries to run and he hits him the first time, but the guy's still running, like you described, right? Where they're like, well, if I run and gun, I can just claim that I got shot and we traded, but no, you straight up got him out. Like this guy in the video, he straight up gets the other guy and he keeps shooting at him, so he shoots him a couple more times, and then the other guy leans over and he shoots him in the face like 3 times because he doesn't call out. And then the guy goes, "Oh man, that's so fucking stupid. Look, I got you." And he goes, "Where? Where? Where?"
Where?
On your fucking chest!
Where?
Dick, I got you!
Where? Where? Where?
Oh my god. He's like, "Where?"
And then
Where?
I think the first or second match, Walter, those fucking idiots. Oh my god, I hate when there's idiots that just don't like. The guy says like, if you don't know the rules, stay so you can listen.
Yeah.
These dickheads did not listen, and they just went to go do their own thing. They went out of bounds. They went into Forbidden City.
Bruh.
And they tried to shoot us from Forbidden City, dude.
Yeah.
And they shot one guy, and he was like, "That's some bullshit." I was like, "Nah, wipe that shit and go back in." So I told him to do that,
Yeah.
and then he went back in. They tried to get Walter. I shot them from Forbidden City, and all 3 of those guys fucking walked out. Like,
Yeah.
but that was
that's
like
so stupid.
but
Yeah.
like,
If they don't know the
fuck, dude.
boundaries, listen.
It's kind of common sense though. Like that's a whole different side. Like
Yeah.
even like
no one else is on that field. Do you think you magically found the secret place where no one reaches? Like, no.
fuck, dude.
Yeah. And that was in Mad Max, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
No,
It's just
fuck those
just
guys.
a bunch of idiots playing, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, but no, that one was funny. And then when you shot the guy in the Dynasty shirt, the blue shirt.
Dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. That one made me so mad.
Yeah.
I literally shot him clearly
Yeah.
through the window.
Mm-hmm.
He got away. Fine. I let him slide, right? Because he's pretty far. It's not like I couldn't yell out, "You're out," because I was that far away.
Yeah.
But I got him.
Yeah.
I saw the splatter on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. He goes back in. I go up to him closer. I get to the maze. I shoot him again through the door. Bam, bam, bam. Same thing. He goes back in. He hides. I'm like, fuck this dude. Third time, I shoot him again. This time another guy sees me do it. He's like,
Mhm.
yeah. He didn't say yeah, but he saw that I shot him.
Yeah.
He goes in after him. They trade, and they're having a whole conversation. He's like, nah, man, you didn't get me. It bounced, this and that. So, like, while they're having that conversation, I try to go around.
Mhm.
And then they stop having the conversation. That guy runs out.
Mhm.
And at that time, I went, "Ba-da-da-da-da-da," all in his back. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck. And
Yeah.
he was like, you going to keep shooting me? I was like, yeah, fuck you, dude. I shot you a bunch of times already, motherfucker.
You gonna keep shooting me? You
Damn.
gonna keep playing?
Fuck,
yeah.
dude. And then you saw, when he got it, I saw all the shots that I shot him,
Yep.
dude. They were just
Yep.
right there.
Yeah.
And you could see, like the shoulder the first time, you could see, like, clearly, like, a white, because it's,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fresh.
It's fresh.
but-
Yes. It's not faded yet. Because, yeah, when they shoot you initially, you'll see it, even if they wipe, because they're like smudge. But when you clean it off, sure, you'll still have a little, like, wipe there. But no, when it's fresh, it's fresh. You can easily tell. And I find it funny that guy, he has, like, $150 jersey on. He's got, like, all the gear and stuff like that.
They just
and
buy
he's
it,
still,
dude. They just
No,
fucking
but that's what I'm saying. Like, he still resorts to doing that even after trying to be, oh,
Jesus.
look how much I know about the game and whatnot. It's
You
like,
don't know
dude,
shit.
you're fucking bad at the game. Like,
Give me your shirt.
Give it to me.
I was gonna say, how is it even possible? Like, obviously, I'm not as into it as you guys, but I've played, right? I've gone with you guys a couple times. How do you wipe off paint mid-match? Like, I've tried to wipe off paint even outside of matches. Like, you can't get that shit
Unless
off.
you have like a
Like-
microfiber and you, like he said, if you duck inside of it, let's say they hit you, you duck in the container and then you go.
Even with the
Yeah,
but
microfiber,
it's
like
still-
that paint gets
it's
in
still
every
gonna smudge.
crevice
Yeah,
and
yeah.
crack.
It
Like, you
is-
can tell when someone's been shot. Like,
Exactly.
They can probably still say, like, oh,
Old paint. Or I
Uh,
leaned up against something, which is bullshit. But yeah, no,
that's just
so
not
many
easy to
times.
come off.
No, it's not. And so many times where I'm like shooting, and then like they'll hit me on the on the arm, and then it bounces, and they'll be like, "Get out!" And I'll be like, to the ref,
We need-
I'll be like, the ref goes,
we
"You're
need that. It would be all that shit would be like less if there was just more refs on the field. Like
to be honest, you only need like 4 refs, 1 in each corner. You have 1 on the far
maybe
sides
maybe
and 1
5
on the
or 6,
sides.
1 in each corner, and then like 2 or 3 in the middle.
No, because I feel like the middle ones are that's gonna be
They're gonna
tougher.
get shot.
Yeah,
They're
because
But they're
because
refs.
they're
Like,
gonna get
they're
shot.
they're,
They're gonna
they're
get
refs.
shot.
Yeah,
People,
but
if they
that's
get
why I'm
shot,
like-
that's on the stupid people, dude.
No,
But
but
you still don't want to like.
because if you're in the middle, you're in the middle
Also
of the range of fire.
ricochets and
Yeah,
like.
exactly. So I'm saying 4 is simple enough. You have 1 north, south, east, west, and that's all you need because they can look in. So that way you don't have one guy all the way in the back
What
going
bitch you
like,
texting?
oh, I
Yeah,
don't
my
I don't
flight
know what's
got
going
delayed.
on or whatever.
Your
You
flight
know?
got delayed?
Yeah, till 8 o'clock.
Hey,
Hey,
Look at
fuck
that.
yeah.
You got more time.
Yeah.
More
You have more time to suck dick.
Exactly.
Don't touch me. Oh my
No,
god.
he gets to do that when he goes back home.
Oh my
that's the
God.
point. Or sorry, back
Oh,
to
that's the
Washington.
army. Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh my god.
In the Navy. Come and blow your fellow man. So, all in all, paintball
For your country.
for your country. So
Dude.
paintball is pretty good, but
For some fucking reason.
let me finish this thought. Let me finish this
Oh.
thought, Edward. So paintball,
What the
pretty
fuck
good.
is this shit?
Ruined by the
You take a
cheaters.
shit from the drapes?
So
Nigga,
that's the, oh, that's to
shit.
tie up the thing.
that's a
Yeah.
that's a nipple
Alright, come on,
tassel, dude.
Stop
Let's
it,
go.
nigga, damn.
I want to
Alright.
see you dance.
Nigga,
All right,
stop.
Edward, you were gonna say?
I was gonna say, fucking a TikTok edit is fucking making a bunch of people start fucking joining the military.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What?
Which one?
What?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
with the Ferdinand.
Because
For the
if you're
Friends-
lonely
Yeah,
or
that
some
song.
bullshit
Yeah, yeah,
ass
it's-
song or
it's-
like
it's,
some
It's
images.
something Ferdinand guy.
Franz Ferdinand?
Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What about him? The
He's
fuck?
his fucking song is what they use as an edit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they just put a bunch of
Show me,
U.S.
I wanna
Army
see this.
propaganda.
I wanna see this.
Let me see.
Franz
Franz
Ferdinand.
That fool got killed to start
TikTok.
World War One. The fuck?
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
But because of that, or like whatever, or like, oh yeah, you're fighting for a
Take
just
me out?
cause or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
Take me out, din, 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 and then you're just showing the drone strikes of the
Something
children
went
and stuff
wrong.
like that.
Here, hold on. Let
Why
me
are
find
people
it.
joining? 'cause of
Official
that
Franz
shit?
Ferdinand. I don't. Is that it?
I don't think
Yeah, it is.
No.
Oh,
I
oh,
don't-
oh. Take me out session.
No. It's got to be. It's their edits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're edits of the song.
So, wait,
Tick-
Franz Ferdinand
TikTok.
Army. Look.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. You're lonely.
Ew. It's pitched up. Let's take me out. June
fuck.
15th.
Because
That's
of
a
that
week ago.
TikTok. I don't know fucking why, dude. They're fucking.
Not
so
a single
retarded.
one of them are forklift certified.
It's the military edit everyone's talking about.
Loki, I think dying also kills the dream.
Say like,
Yeah, it's these fucking edits, dude.
Ew.
Come join the military.
Yeah.
sped up and
First of all,
It's like 2000s.
the number one killer of being in the military is suicide. Number two is accidents. Okay, so most likely
so
you're
being
not,
a
you're gonna
fucking
be
idiot in
fine.
the military.
If you
All
join the
right.
military, most likely you're
So
gonna
they're
be
joining.
fine.
They're joining the people that
You're gonna be
are
fine.
like-
Okay? And then, but then again, being a dentist has a higher fucking suicide rate. So you're not gonna be a
Oh, that's
dentist.
true.
Yeah,
That's actually on
so,
facts. That's on facts. Actually.
Yeah.
We can
Or
actually
living in
look at the
Alaska, you know?
military enlistment rate, right? It reached a 40-year low in 2020. There was
I
only
wonder
about
why.
200,000 applicants and 148,000 people that enlisted in the U.S. Armed Forces, which is that's still like a lot of people. But the number of applications to the military has dropped 73% over the same time from 1980 to now.
Mhm.
So it like they would average 770,000 applicants a year, and now it's only about 205,000. So that's crazy. Yeah, record-breaking low recruitment numbers.
Yep.
Department of Defense
Yeah.
says military service
Overall, it's still very, very low.
One of the bigger reasons why is because
people don't want to throw away their lives
Yeah.
in the country.
No, because
People
it's harder. It's harder to get in because the military updated its medical system so that you can't lie about.
Oh
your
yeah,
past
now
medical
you can't
history.
go in and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, so I broke a femur and so I can't run, but you know what? Nah, it's fine. I
No,
can
not
run.
even like. Let's say you broke an arm in like second grade and you
That
can't hide
disqualifies
it.
you?
Like what?
That disqualifies you.
Yeah,
a
that
broken bone,
disqualifies you. You can't have any
What?
past broken
Oh,
arms.
so
or
I
legs.
literally wouldn't be able to join
You
the
wouldn't be
military.
able
if I
broken
wanted
limbs.
to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you
Yeah.
break?
My arm when I was like in literally in second grade actually. This or no, sorry, I was younger than second grade. I was probably like in kinder or first.
Yeah. So
This giant fat kid. He went on. We were like in one of those jumpers, and he fucking like jumped on it super high and fucking landed like me as a baby landed right fucking on my arm.
Why is there a baby in the trampoline?
Hey,
dude?
why is you in trampoline if you're a baby, dude?
Jump
Get
house,
the
and I
fuck
don't
out of
know.
there.
Jump house, jump house.
We
So
used
you're
to
saying,
kick all the
Walter?
little kids out,
So-
dude.
things that disqualify you are
Don't.
like medical history, mental health issues, like
Yeah.
you've been in like locked up for anything,
Yeah.
and then
Bipolar disorder.
any trouble with like the law. So if you have
That
any
makes
warrants or any like
Oh, that's why
like
double
anything
can't do.
anything law.
I have a warrant out for my arrest for not paying a speeding ticket in
So-
1973.
I think it's like only 10% of America is eligible, and only that 1% of those
Of that 10%.
does it, or even
Yeah.
applies. And only
Yeah.
like
No,
half
that
of them
tracks
get
200,000
Yeah.
applicants, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. So if you look at
Just
our
Google how many
calculator-
Americans are eligible to join the military.
in. It's
No, because they
maybe
had
10%.
200,000 applicants, right?
No, it's probably like
So it's-
40% are like
If we go,
eligible,
Mm.
but
there
only
were
like
200,000
10% wanna do
applicants
it,
divided
know?
by 300 million, or 330 million now Americans, right?
And I hear a lot of people actually regret joining, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
So- oh my
well,
God, I
everybody
can't even
hates their
calculate it.
job if you think about it that way.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
true. That's on fact. Oh no, actually,
A lot of people hate their jobs.
no. Okay, no, I disagree actually, because everyone says everyone hates their jobs, but every time you
People
actually
hate their
talk to
bosses.
someone, not just that. Not only do they usually hate their bosses, but they usually hate aspects of their job. Most people that you talk to that say, "Oh yeah, I hate my job. I hate my job," they don't hate their job. They actually
hate
like what they're
something about
doing.
it.
They hate a thing about their job. They don't despise the job itself. They don't despise the work that they do. They don't really despise the colleagues. Maybe there's that one colleague or that one boss.
It's
But
one,
there's
it's
those
one
annoying
thing.
things.
It's the
Thing up.
colleague, or it's the boss, or it's
Or
the
the distance.
hours, or
Yeah.
the distance, or the money.
Yeah,
Something.
they hate one
All,
thing
more
most
than
of the
one.
time.
Maybe more than one.
Yeah.
Because like I definitely been on both sides of it. Where like I'll hate certain aspects of a job, or I'll fucking despise the job itself, like the
Right.
fucking scam job that I had before.
Yeah. That was not a real job, Edward, unfortunately, as you had to
I
learn.
was selling ass on the corner, Edward.
Yeah,
That wasn't a real job.
I was selling ass and crack.
Holy shit! So if I translate this, what is this percentage-wise?
Bro, why are you on Google Docs? Just
Point
Google it. You
zero.
know
No,
faster.
because I already had the two numbers. That's why. So 0.06% less. That's less than 1/10% of the U.S. Applied to be in the army, and that's of the ones eligible,
Right.
which we said was
So-
less than 10%.
So like keep it functioning, they need
Mhm.
at least 250,000 people.
Constantly enrolling each year.
Constantly, yeah, to like,
That's
maintain a military.
crazy.
Which is like relative to the
So they're
330
losing
million
about
people,
that.
it's
Yeah.
actually a very small percentage.
That know
Right.
what's funny? 0.06% of the U.S. population is in the military, and yet that's the biggest spending that we have. But not gonna lie, it does feel kind of nice going. There's never gonna be a land invasion in like California because they just
Well, it's
aim their
because
guns and then
it's the most expensive thing, not because of the personnel, but because the equipment
The
costs
equipment.
like $1 billion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The helicopter, you know the helicopters? Okay, so right now there's this thing where a bunch of helicopters are like crash landing all over like the U.S.
Mhm.
And like there's like a major like failure of like helicopters being able to stay up, and someone was on TikTok like, yeah, you know the military, you know helicopters that get downed, they spend $1 billion on those and they still can't keep them in the air. Helicopters are just not safe. They're like the motorcycles of the skies.
The U.S. spent $820 billion on national defense during the fiscal year 2023. You could cut that in half, and you would still be the largest.
Yeah,
by-
yeah,
I'll say this about the helicopter crash. I've heard of like 3 in the last like year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So they're doing missions day and night, 24/7. Like
Oh, it's constantly
it's
running.
constant.
Yeah.
that
like,
makes sense.
There's not a time where you don't see a helicopter flying over the base,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay,
And
that
then-
makes sense. You have
yeah.
such a high failure rate only because it's such a high
3
usage.
in like the last like year is actually like 2 years is like not that terrible.
Yeah.
But like think about it though.
For
Every-
aviation statistics, it's bad, but for
Yeah.
the military, it's not bad.
actually,
whatever.
it's probably not even that bad for aviation statistics.
Ah.
3 in the last like thousands of missions.
Well, no, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Because the thousands
And,
of daily
you know,
missions. Yeah.
And we all take it to heart when someone like passes away during a training event because we're like, "Fuck, dude! Like that
We
could have
were
been
just
us.
training.
Like
Yeah.
literally, just
Yeah.
normal. It's a day-to-day thing." So also, if one of us dies, that's $500,000 that to pay out in insurance because each one of us are covered by $500,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are we on your policy or?
No,
No.
Damn. You better put us on your policy, dude.
Yeah,
You ever
dude.
die?
Why did I
we're
put you on
opening
my
up the
life
paintball
insurance?
field, and it's gonna be called WFC field.
oh,
Yeah.
God. Nice.
I'll put a whole statue right there in the middle too.
Yeah.
Instead of like an alien in a spaceship, it'll be a statue of
That'd be
you.
me right there.
It'll be Walter. Walter with the Kramer bandana, and we'll sell Kramer bandanas or all the Seinfeld bandanas.
Oh my God.
Like this is what he would have wanted.
Yeah.
Remember when we worked
Make
at,
bank off the
Target Tech?
Yeah.
They were trying to recruit me, dude. Were
The
you there that day?
military? No, I don't think I was there that day.
Damn.
Tell me, what did they promise you? A Camaro?
He's like,
Were they
oh,
like
they,
50
they,
grand?
they singled me out because Chris was next to me, dude.
Yeah. But
He's
they
like-
no, they saw Chris and they saw him doing like his little Rain Man number thing, so they were like, he doesn't qualify.
It's
They
just
saw
like-
you and they were like, okay, this guy looks
I
like.
was just nonchalantly just like, just you know what I'm doing? I'm on the phone and then just like, hey, what are you doing right now? I was like, oh, did you need help with something? He's like, oh no. Do you need? Do you ever thought of joining the military? It's like, yeah, but it's not about. I didn't really want to do it.
It's not
I
the
tri-
vibe right now.
It's not the vibe. It's not something I wanted. I tried to join when I was 18, but I never finished high school. You know, I was just like, oh, it doesn't matter. It
There's a
doesn't matter. Well, they didn't let me in back
Yeah.
then because I didn't
There's
finish
a
high
waiver
school.
for that. There's
Because-
a waiver
no,
for
no,
everything.
Because I feel like they could also just get you training classes and like or training. They can get you
GED
classes. Yeah,
equivalent.
GED.
Yeah.
Straight, like overnight school, and they go, okay, here's your 3 months of classes. Here's
They'll
your
do that.
GED.
Yeah.
Get in the military.
We just went over how much money the military
Can
spends. If
can
the military
can someone
wants you to
can
have an
s-
education?
Can someone
they
do
will
that
have you.
and
Yeah,
then just
they,
not go to the military after that? After they get their GED?
No,
They-
it's usually a
they-
contract, and you
They
can be
send
like
people
AWOL
to
or
fat
whatever.
camp before they go for like the bigger guys.
Oh.
Like yeah, so
Scam
you
'em.
hit fat camp, then you hit basic training. So that kind of sucks for them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
so
sounds-
so
that
you
sounds
need to.
like ass. Not gonna lie.
What?
You need their
Yeah,
like,
all branches of the military require at least a high school diploma of equivalent. Some do accept the GED, but it comes with additional requirements. So yeah, I mean, you can. I'm assuming that's what they would do. The trade-off would be like, oh, they're telling you it doesn't matter, but they'll be like, yeah, you come in. They'll probably have like accredited people that can give you a
But
GED
they were very
on base.
aggressive with it, so I was like, nah, I'm
course.
okay, I'm
Yeah,
okay.
it's the
It's like, nigga,
military,
I
dude.
was literally like, if they kept pushing, I was be like, hey, I don't fucking like the military.
Hmm.
Like I would have.
Hey, fuck the military, you
the-
scumbag.
Or you go, why would
They'll
I
just-
throw away my life?
they'll change the angle to be like, don't. It's not about that. It's about what you.
It's about
need.
valor.
You know, it's
It's
about
about what you
money.
believe.
Why would I
Really
want to go
not.
kill little black
do
people
recruiters
in
get
Africa?
something
Like,
out of
come
recruiting
on.
people? Do they
Yeah.
get money or something?
Though, so they have to reach
Let's find out.
reach a certain quota, and then they get like not
We're gonna have you
incentives,
doing
but they get
It's
like,
commission.
In fucking Latin
They get
America.
They
awards
get
and
bonuses
yeah,
for
they
meeting
get
their
bonuses,
recruiting, but they are not
recognition.
paid for each recruit.
Yeah.
So
It's still incentivized recruiting.
it's
they get
incentives.
extra pay once they hit
Yeah.
a certain amount. So it's
And
like
let's
it's not like
say-
$50 per person, but like if you hit 30 people or whatever, there's $500. Whatever.
Well, that
it is.
incentivizes you to hit 30
Exactly.
And then to be a recruiter,
There's no
let's say that
difference.
you're like E5, right? Like a sergeant or whatever.
Mhm.
They're instantly when you go to recruiting school and you pass and you get sent out, you're instantly ranked up E6, so that you like look more official and stuff.
Mm.
But you get paid the same like the E6 and everything.
You got $100 for someone who actually leaves for basic training. That's crazy.
Sheesh.
Well, no, okay, that's not crazy. We've already been at 0.06% of the population, so
Yeah,
I'm
eligible.
assuming they're not recruiting like 30 people a week or whatever. It's probably like 2 if they're lucky, you know.
Each one.
So- Yeah.
Well, I
Maybe.
think that's why they also
Yeah.
target high schools, right? Because like they're less likely to have injuries or less likely.
You coming
to,
out of high school all
Yeah,
fresh?
yeah.
You don't know what you want to do with your life? Come on in.
Well,
Yeah.
that new mandatory whatever thing, the registering for the draft.
Yeah.
It's 18 to like 26. So they
I'm
want,
out.
Yeah, they want
Yeah.
people that
We're
are
good.
like perfect, pristine, unshaped
I need
minds,
another year.
so that they could shape them themselves.
Oh, then they're not gonna take you. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Just tell them you did the
Yeah,
big
they're
M
not gonna-
once.
They don't want. They don't want you. They don't want you. They might want Andres.
Yeah.
Fuck
gonna
no,
drag
dude.
you, dude.
With IBS and with a broken
Yeah,
collarbone
yeah.
when I was a
They're gonna
baby.
be like IBS. Shut the fuck up. Get it over here.
Hey, they're gonna be like, oh my god, guys,
Intercontinental
we're
ballistics.
gonna go into
They're gonna get-
Baghdad.
they're gonna
He's
get-
like, I gotta poop.
They're gonna
I
get
gotta
a they're
poop.
gonna get
Is
a
it
cork.
on?
They're gonna get a cork with like a military symbol on it. But
Look,
There you
is
go.
it on-
Military
is it-
grade butt
is it
plug.
on your medical record. IBS.
No, but I can get it.
No. Okay. Well, they
Because
do that.
they'll
or else
do
they're
the
gonna take
medical
your ass.
exam. So no, they can't though, because next I'm already
I was
out
gonna
in
say,
Yeah, you're
4
right.
days.
No, I'm just kidding.
In
But
4
like,
days,
I
well.
mean, like to be ineligible.
Wait,
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
you already 26?
27.
27 is the
27.
cutoff.
Oh.
26 is the last bit. So they can get you for another
Yeah,
month.
they can still. Yeah, they can still get me.
No, they couldn't because you have like ADHD, depression, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
probably
you
have
have that on your medical
Put me near a
record.
gun. I'm gonna blow my brains out.
You're medicated. No, you threaten to shoot them up, and then
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'll dye parts of my hair white. Oh, sorry. I'm going
Terrible.
crazy.
So that's interesting. How about that?
Mhm.
How about
Inter-
that?
Interesante.
Military is 13% of our country's spending.
I was
or
gonna
some
say I
shit.
also can't control what I say most of the time. So like, I'm
Oh,
gonna
that-
get on
yeah,
base and I'm
bro.
gonna start
Dude.
like, oh yeah, did you know the U.S. military spent millions to like fucking overthrow the Latin American government? Like, just gonna start
be like,
mouthing off the.
"You're
second
they're gonna
I
make
get
you
it."
run.
much
They're
lip.
gonna make you run 1,000 miles. Dude.
You better run, and you're like,
So
I'm gonna sit down. What are you
Okay.
gonna do about it?
So let's say you get in, right? And you
Yeah.
start saying
Yeah.
shit like that.
yeah.
They're gonna kick you out in like the first year for failure to adapt.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
That's
that would
what's
be me.
up.
That-
Yeah.
that would hella be
Failure
me.
to adapt.
It's like being rude, disrespectful, and
Yeah.
also just being like,
Insubordination.
counter anything. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and so like I don't want to do that. I don't wanna
Unionize.
support this.
Unionize.
They'll
and
just
then
be like, all
everyone's
right, well they'll keep giving you counseling and keep giving you like Article 15s, which is basically the 2 of those and you're out.
Yeah.
basically.
wait. It's called
I've heard those
indoctrination. That's what they do.
Ah, yeah.
And if you fail to do that, then
You
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
indoctrinate me, fool?
What if you pretend?
Or you pretend
And
you
on
believe
the-
in it?
on the
That's
low,
what
you're
I'm
like,
fucking doing, dude. What the fuck
Yeah.
you mean? Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
shh.
You just
no,
don't
no,
say
no.
it. You
You
just
believe
don't
in it
speak it.
100%,
Dude, I
right?
have 6 months. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I have 6 months. I'm out of there.
Do you get a
couldn't-
bonus
They
when you're
couldn't
done?
process the paperwork fast enough to get me out on that. I'm telling you right now.
Your flight got delayed, and you're like, thank God.
Well, whatever.
So
Do that to be a cop. Pretend to be a Blue Eyes Matter.
No, because they're gonna
supporter.
sniff
Dude,
you out
it's no,
easily,
it's
dude.
so easy, dude. It's so easy.
And then when
Well,
I'm at
it's,
home,
it's easy if you don't have any morals.
when
It's-
I'm
it's
at
easy
home,
if you don't have
like,
any
fuck
morals.
the police, fuck cops. I don't
My,
know.
They're
Yeah.
gonna kill you.
They're
Yeah,
probably
I
will.
They're
do.
gonna fucking
My,
kill you, dude.
my
Yeah,
sister's,
So many times the whistleblowers they blow the whistle and then they get a fucking bullet in the back of
'Cause
the
they
head.
get outed. They get outed because none of the cops are on fucking your side, dude.
So my sister's a cop. She was a cop at LAPD and Beverly Hills PD.
Did she know any of the active gangs in there?
Maybe, I don't know.
She's like, I'm not
Probably-
telling y'all.
Probably not. I don't know. dude.
Mm.
But she was like, I only got drug tested once for each place. Right when you apply and you get accepted or whatever, they don't test you after.
And after that, you can do all the fentanyl you want.
You
Are
just-
are you kidding me? If they had mandatory drug testing for police officers, do you know how many would fucking get
Yeah.
Oh,
get fucking
done.
kicked out, dude?
Also,
Like,
I wish being a cop was harder. Because you can be fucking 18 years old, do like 2 years, and then
no,
you're
you have
out.
to be 21.
You have to
21.
be 21?
You have to be
Yeah.
Just
21
kidding.
to join
21.
the LAPD.
Yeah. So, that's weird. You can be a military, fucking.
Yeah, that's
you can
weird,
you
yeah.
can you can be a military veteran. You can be a veteran before you're a cop. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But okay.
Well,
quick-
because nothing
quick side
supersedes the
tangent.
federal government, dude.
Exactly.
Nothing supersedes the
It-
federal government.
That reminds me of that one like joke where he's like, "Oh man, I served 2 tours, and it's like 2005. I served 2 tours in Afghanistan. Saw my best friend get blown up. It was crazy. They let me out early because I'm missing a leg." And he's like, "Oh man, let me buy you a drink, soldier." "Oh, I'm not old enough. I can't drink." Like that, where you're like, "Ah,
Yeah,
shit!"
it's
Like,
like,
this
fuck.
kid's 20 years old and he's seen all this.
They got him before
horrors.
his frontal lobe
I think
developed.
there should be a thing for that. You know, like if you join that, you should be able to do it. You know, everybody else. fuck
I
off.
guess.
If you can die for your
Like a
country-
military exemption,
If you
right?
can die for your
Military
country, you can
exemption, yeah.
overdose on alcohol.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say there should be like a 4-year degree minimum required to be
To
a
be a
cop.
cop.
Yeah, because then that way you do actual book training.
There would
and
be like three
whatnot.
right there, bro. There would be like three fucking cops, dude.
Three
Well,
fellas,
dude,
three
dude, I would-
fellas.
But if you do that, you think they should get paid more after too?
Yeah. of
Well, they're
course.
getting
They
paid,
get paid
a
an enormous
lot
amount,
right
dude.
now.
Do they?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the police unions are super strong, and that's the only union I want to bust.
Mm.
But
TH.
unironically,
Yeah.
but for real, like other countries, it's like it takes 4 years, 6 years of training and like school and a degree, because those people that have degrees turn out to be like detectives and stuff like that. They're not just like, oh, I've been a beat cop for 20 years because it lets me abuse the minorities in my neighborhood. You know?
I think other countries still also have like beat cop ways of getting into like the detective status, but you have to like pass other exams. There's like other things you have to do as well. But even like other countries' models, like I'm not too big of a fan of them in general, to be honest. I think that even to be a beat cop, you should have a degree in the first place.
So they get paid around
That's what I'm saying.
$41
Any cop.
an hour, around $86,000 a year.
That's,
And that's
quite a bit of money, and that's probably not that. I don't know if that
That's
includes.
while in the academy. And
That-
then
I don't know if
as
that includes
while a
overtime, dude.
trainee, almost 90,000. Full time, 94,000.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like
Damn.
around
And
100,000.
then police specialist, ladder, I guess is a little higher ranking or whatever. 100 over 100,000.
For the
That's
starting
fucking
one, for
crazy.
the starting police officer, this one, right? Or I guess the trainee,
Trainee,
or whatever.
yeah.
But let's say so the starting one, $94,000 a year. That's more than I'm.
Full time. Yeah.
That's more
But
than I
that's
make full time.
That's like
and with my
12-hour shifts minimum.
Yeah, because they're doing overtime and
they
stuff.
get worked like dogs.
Yeah.
Do you want
they
to hear
do.
something crazy?
But like here's the degree I think they should get. They should be forced to take political science degree.
Well,
They
that's
should-
the thing. It would be a focus in
arts, yeah, yeah, yeah.
criminology, like
A liberal
criminology,
arts degree.
social studies, things like
Well,
that.
that's why we have detectives, though. They're the ones that actually get degrees. Like
But
that.
that- that's
think
my
all
point.
police officers. I
That's
think
my point.
all police officers should be
All
forced
cops
to
should have a 4-year
a
degree.
political
How about
science
this?
degree.
You don't get a gun until you get the degree.
Oh. No, because I get
Because we can still have people patrolling the streets and like calling out
With
crimes.
sticks?
No,
Yeah.
because
and then
pe-
if
no.
a gun needs to be claimed, then someone with a degree comes and actually, enforces.
look.
You know,
I would rather have it
Hold
that
on.
all the cops are at least like 22 years old with a degree. You get me?
Most cops in Britain or in like Europe don't have guns.
yeah.
They have
See?
batons. They
But
have
you
other
also,
stuff.
but you also have to think about this. Like
But guns are
I think it
outlawed.
would work.
Yeah.
I think it would work. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
But no, do you think that stops them from like beating the shit out of Romani people? Like the Romani people of Europe are basically black people here.
Okay,
Like
so,
they get the shit beat out of them inside and out
but
because
they're
of
not
how they're
killed
oppressed.
instantly, though.
Yeah, I know, but there's like that doesn't stop the root issue.
Yeah.
Like I want to try to stop the issue at the root of the face.
Systematic
The
racism and all
fact
that.
that like the
The
police
systematic
officers are
failure.
able to get away with everything that they want, and that the system itself pre-selects certain
Right.
types of people
But that's
who
a
are
whole different issue.
predisposed
Then.
to kill
That's a
them.
different issue then. One issue is gun violence.
gun violence.
And then the other one
Cop
is like
gun
the
violence.
Well, no. The
systematic,
reason why the cops are
problems.
killing people with guns is because their heads are fucked. It's because they're like bad people who aren't supposed to have these types of jobs.
Right.
So I'm
And-
saying we should change that pre-selection. If we change that pre-selection, the cops can keep their guns, like at least some of them.
Yeah, this
But,
wouldn't be
like-
this wouldn't be retroactive where it's like everyone
Yeah.
has to get a degree, but like moving forward, all new recruits or like current recruits under the age of 25 have to get a degree or in schooling. So again, you can learn to be a peace officer, not just I've got a gun. Oh shit, a cop's pulling me over. I'm fearing for my life during a routine traffic stop because if I move too quickly and I'm trying to pull out my wallet, like just that. The fact that you have to be like, okay, let me get my wallet, because they could just shoot you and go, I feared for my life. That's it. Case closed. You gonna argue with a dead person? No, the cop is gonna win every
Yeah.
time. In Norway, cops must train for 3 years, which includes on-the-job experience. After the second year, a total of 4 people were killed since 2002, and only 1 police killing is on record as of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Like in
But you have
Norway,
to- you have to take-
Norway has 31 guns per 100 residents for private ownership. They're the top 10 countries with the most civilian guns, and it's still not nearly as high in the U.S. They do have strict laws, like they have the background checks, the mental health checks, all that stuff,
Mhm.
which we should have. And I find it so funny that people go, "You're infringing on my freedom. You should. What are you gonna infringe on, like a car freedom now that I can't own it?" It's like, well, a car, you need a license, you need insurance. With a gun, you should have the need to get a license and insurance for any kind of gun, right? Because I know people will go, "Oh, I'll just go to the NRA and buy like a ghost gun," but it's like that those situations should
Or, well,
not be happening.
You don't even need to do that. You want to know how to get an unlicensed firearm?
3D print it.
No, well, that's the future. Right now, go on Amazon or I'll go on
You can buy the
Facebook
parts.
Marketplace. Not even the parts. Go on Facebook Marketplace.
Marketplace.
Find a like someone who's selling a gun rack, like something to hold guns in your house. You know, like when you're putting them away, something to care for them, and be like, hey, do you have any guns that you want to sell? And then just buy it from there. Buy it cash. Most of them are probably going to already have the serial numbers filed off. Or if you find one, or if you go there and they don't have any like that, just go to the next one. Like you're there
Crazy.
checking out the guns.
So that's like
It's
a
just,
federal
I don't
crime
want
to
to buy
file
anyone.
off the damn serial numbers. They're just gonna sell that willy nilly.
I think you get them at gun conventions too. At a,
No,
at
Yeah,
a-
that- gun conventions.
That's
dude,
a whole loophole.
remember that video where they sold a gun to like they sold a rifle, not it wasn't high powered whatever, but it's still a gun, an actual hunting rifle, to like a 12-year-old kid. And they tested it at the NRA. It's
Mhm.
fucking crazy because he was just like, yeah, I'm really interested in it, and they're like, oh, that's good, son. Let me see, sells to a kid. But it was a hired actor, right? They were trying to get it. Video shows a 13-year-old buy a gun on the first try. That was 8 years ago. Oh my god, that's pretty recent. But yeah, no, they send him in, and then he buys the fucking gun like nothing, and then it's a hunting
Take a
rifle.
ride with Jack, a 13-year-old boy from Virginia, who just got his braces off and usually spends Saturday morning playing basketball with his friends. But he's also a young actor, and today we hired him to help us make a point. We asked him to take a drive around town, with his mother, of course, since he's not nearly old enough to drive a car. We pass shops where he isn't old enough to work the register. Then we stop at the convenience store to see Jack try to buy beer.
Can't get it. No.
The cashier can't believe he even tried.
Literally, he looks like he's 12.
At the next store, Jack tries
Damn,
to buy
1 year off.
cigarettes, with no luck.
I'm so sorry, I can't send you a cigarette.
Later, he strikes out trying to buy Racy magazine,
Alright, okay, thank you.
and then lottery tickets.
Can I get a couple scratch offs?
How old are you? You got your ID?
13.
You what?
I'm 13.
You can't get no scratch off, babe.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's laughable to everyone here. The idea that we'd ever expose a 13-year-old to the dangers
He
of a
doesn't even look
lottery
13.
ticket.
He looks like 16.
But then we arrive here, at the gun show.
It should shoot pretty good for you.
I'll take it.
Within minutes, the 13-year-old easily and legally bought a .22 caliber rifle from a private seller and walked away with it.
My God.
Nice
That's crazy.
No case or nothing.
Damn.
Just like that.
And I feel like I diverge from like a lot of like left leaning people here. Like I think more people should have
What
guns.
state was
TBH.
that? What state was that?
Like
So I don't mind gun ownership either, but I just want regulations and checks.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Because that's the main thing where they go, oh, there was no, we didn't know this was ever gonna happen. And it's like, dude, they have like a mental health thing that happened for the guy like a year ago, but nobody reported on it, and it's like, the lack of communication. But, yeah, I mean, a 13-year-old buying it's a .22 rifle. It's still, again, hypothetically could be fatal and whatnot.
You
But
can
the
just
fact
go and
that-
shoot somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, you don't need to be like, oh my god, he's never had any history yet because he's 13. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's mostly irresponsible gun owners that make it bad for everyone else, because they'll go, his parents, he was like telling people he was gonna flash a gun, and the parents are like, just don't do it again. Stop, you're being silly. And they notice the gun is gone, and they're like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. It's like,
that's it. Too
shitty
late.
parents. Yeah.
It's every fucking. There was a recent one too. That was exactly like that, right? Where like, he
I
went to like the.
I was describing Uvalde.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'm talking about then. He were like the principal or something like that brought the parents in for a meeting with the kid, because the kid that same day, like the day he did the shooting, earlier that day he had like drawn a picture of himself like shooting all his classmates or some shit like that, and then like they brought in his parents, and his parents were like, oh yeah, whatever, go home. And then they just like let the kid go home. The kid went home, grabbed the gun, and came back and started shooting everyone. Like, oh shit, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like,
No, this one was different because the Uvalde one was, I mean, it was adjacent to that, where the 18-year-old kid, a former student at the school, he shot 19 students and 2 teachers. 17 others were injured but survived. And then he wounded his grandma in their home earlier the day. He was in there for more than an hour in the classrooms. It's how fucking crazy it is how bad the cops handled that.
Yeah.
He has a battle rifle. Police feared Uvalde's gunman's AR-15. I wonder if the cops think an AR-15 is too dangerous to have, or too dangerous to go up against. I wonder if the general public should be able to buy one. Again, I'm just wondering. I don't know.
James and Jennifer Crumley, parents of the Michigan school gunman,
Michigan one.
sentenced.
See?
Actually, that one his parents went to prison.
Mhm.
Actually,
Yes,
on that
good,
one.
good.
Yes, because that whole thing happened. How I was telling you, where like they had a meeting with like the counselor or whatever, with like the principal or whatever the fuck.
I seen
and
a TikTok post of that, and I saw a bunch of people in the comments like, "Man, it's not fair. Why do the parents have to go to jail? Why do they have to?"
Stupid. What?
Well, that's kind of unlawful. Why do they get to get in? And it's like,
Because they're responsible.
yeah,
Yeah, they don't understand the law, because the law has several degrees of responsibility. Like murder in the first degree is that you planned it out, it was premeditated, you wanted to do it. Murder in the second degree is like maybe it was an accidental murder or in the heat of the moment, whatever it is, right? Murder in the third degree being whatever else, like you were adjacent to it because you were responsible for driving the getaway car, whatever it is, right? And then there's like manslaughter,
Yeah, accidental, yeah.
all those other stuff, right? And you can have like oh, he murdered him. It's like, well, no, it was manslaughter because he didn't mean to kill him, whatever it is. But I'm saying they don't understand
You can
the
have
law.
double charges, so you can have like murder in the first degree, manslaughter, and murder in the second degree on you when you go up to trial, and then the jury can be like, oh, we only think he did the manslaughter. So.
Yeah, you can't spell manslaughter without laughter.
ha ha ha.
Iceland. They got to train for 2 years. They get a police science diploma. See? And they've only had one person die ever related to police activity in 2013. And they haven't had any gun-related murders since 2017.
Yeah.
Icelanders have
I'm a
31.7
very white
guns.
individual.
So in contrast to that, right? It takes 4,500 hours in Finland and Norway to become a cop. It takes 672 hours in the U.S. So, I mean...
I feel like either of those is a little too low. I'm not gonna lie.
4,500 hours is way more. Come on.
It's way more, but I'm saying I feel like
That's
it's still
3
low.
years. We just talked about
An
this.
average
Edward.
degree is 4 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying a 3-year degree in a single specialty is still better than
Look,
no
look,
degree.
nothing.
Get
I
out.
want look
28 days of training.
Andres.
28 days. Of
What was
training.
your bachelor's degree in?
In these nuts? Got him.
And how much about these nuts do you know?
Took me. I was a super senior. It took me 4.5 years because I couldn't get into the classes I needed.
Ah, that's
Because
garbage.
Cal Italy was packed.
No, but like the
Should've shot up
degree.
the school.
Should have just been like, you're not giving about fucking classes. And then
Well, now there's a space open.
187
Plenty of
days.
space. I'll make space.
No, like most people who have their bachelors don't know what the fuck their bachelor's is about, and they spent 4 years working on that shit. Like they know maybe 50 to 60% of whatever they got taught.
I know exactly what my bachelor's was about. It was a Bachelor of Science in Business Management and Business Administration with a focus in management. Boom. I named the entire thing. I know
The
100% of my
degree.
degree. Yes.
Yeah.
That's fully laid out.
But like most people, most people don't know what the fuck they're doing. You're gonna tell me in 3 years a cop learned how to be a fucking cop without being a piece of shit? In 3
No,
years,
But they learn a lot more than just getting thrown in there after 60 days. But
a lawyer
It's kind of like it's like any dingus can just go out like I want to be a cop. Where now it's like, well, if you're a dingus, now you actually have to put in a little more work to
Yeah.
be
Exactly.
to be a cop.
exactly. That's the point.
Yeah,
to
I
not
know.
just be like, I was a high school bully. Give me a gun. You know.
Yeah. No.
My small
I
town.
get that there is like that it's better, right? But like we're saying like, oh, what cops should be. Well, they should at least have a 4-year degree,
Yeah.
not a 3-year. I feel like
I get you. No, I said
3 years.
I said 4-year degree also. To be
It's
fair.
one less year.
a lawyer
But-
to study law, and a lawyer freshly out of law school still doesn't know fucking shit. Needs 4 years for their basic bachelor's, and then another 3 years in law school,
Technically, you can do
or you can apprenticeship.
you can do 1 year at the University of United States of Guam,
No.
and then you can better call Saul it up.
That's true.
See,
That's true.
easy peasy, dude.
Just
That-
go to a
Breaking Bad, the documentary,
Phoenix.
taught me a lot.
Just go to a legal school of Phoenix or whatever the fuck it's called.
Albuquerque,
Albuquerque.
New Mexico.
What?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
He's talking about the University of Phoenix.
Yeah,
the
Oh,
that one, the
University
online one.
of
Yeah,
Phoenix.
Just
Sorry.
go online. Just go.
Or
fucking get your.
What's that one that
degree
wasn't
online.
accredited? Remember? They were like, college.
UCI? No.
That was not accredited. It was
There's a lot, to be honest.
Hey, I can look up all the unaccredited universities. So American Bible College University. I'm not surprised.
Since I started doing like
Bibble.
the law school stuff, I get emails from all these unaccredited law schools. As
American
well,
University of
time.
Hawaii, which is not to be confused with the University of Hawaii. Ames Christian University. University of Sovereign Nations. How to learn to be a sovereign citizen. Imagine. Blacksmith University. That's Nigeria. Fuck, what was it? It was some technology thing like
dude, wouldn't it be cool? to be
ITT
like an
Technical
old-timey-
Institute.
Oh.
ITT Technical.
I remember those fucking commercials on the fucking TV all the goddamn time.
Yeah,
ITT Tech.
so-
Are you sitting on the couch? You want a job? Go to
ITT Tech.
You remember that?
Yeah, it's like
Wait,
it's,
ITT
it's-
Tech
It's
isn't
2
a-
o'clock, and
ITT
you're
Tech
sitting
isn't
at
a-
home. What are
isn't-
you fucking stupid? And I'm like, I was a kid. I was at home with the flu. Why are you yelling at me? ITT Tech it was closing its doors. And what do you do now as an ITT Tech grad? Nothing. Your degrees are fucking gone.
But
Yeah.
useless?
No, they're not useless. But yeah, it closed in 2016. What the fuck? But ITT Tech had to be accredited by the state at the time the diploma was issued. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. 2016. It closed 8 years ago. What?
There's a bunch of colleges closing right now. Actually, there was like 3 that closed down in like the
Marymount
last.
California University, MCU. It closed a couple years
The
ago.
MCU?
Yeah,
Woo.
it closed because
The
they
Marvel
didn't have
Cinematic
funding.
Universe?
Yeah, Captain America closed down its doors.
Exactly. Yeah, they just had a lack. It was COVID that pretty much killed it because it was already a small school, but then they didn't have that many people coming in, and then with COVID, just the final
That's the
nail
one
in
you went to,
coffin.
right? Up there.
Yeah, that's one that
Marymount?
that our scout leader was telling us about all the time, where he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you guys got to go there, and this is a great place." And then he got like, they got like tens of thousands of dollars in debt for the school.
Oh
'cause
yes. I know who.
What's his face?
Big Nick.
Raymond? Big Nick?
Big Nick. For the dormitory, right? For like the.
I guess I don't know. 'Cause
For
I
like
didn't-
staying there, like dorming.
yeah. So I didn't dorm, but
Because
Yeah,
even
that was-
even our scout leader was like, "Dude, what are you doing? That's so dumb."
well, okay. I wouldn't say it's dumb because there were some people that were doing it, but they lived in like North Hollywood, so it's
I
like,
was gonna
well,
say they have money. Nick did not have that kind of money.
exactly. That's true. That's true. Yeah, no, it took me
It's,
like
it's
an
dumb for
hour
me to
get
go out and
school.
buy a yacht, but if a billionaire wants to go out and buy a yacht, it's not really financially dumb for him to do that.
And you
like,
know, adjacent to that, when I was at Disney like a month ago, probably, there were some people, and my girl and I, we overheard them talking. They were arguing, and they were like, oh, no. Okay, let's just go back to the hotel. And I don't know what the wife said, but then the guy said, well, then what's the point of the hotel? We got the hotel so we won't have to drive an hour. It's like an hour. That's it. That's how far away you live. Like from here, it's like 30, 35. 45 minutes with traffic, and they got a hotel right next to Disney because they didn't want to drive an hour.
Damn.
I'll do a day trip to SeaWorld, dude, and that shit's like 2
yeah,
hours away.
That's
Fuck
San
that.
Diego. I go to San Diego to work sometimes.
Exactly,
like
like the dumb shit. But I mean, they have more money than sense at that point. But I
it's
also
an hour and a half that me and my girlfriend have to drive just to see each other. Like,
get a hotel.
what?
You learn
What?
learn from the Rockefellers over here with all their fucking oil money.
What the fuck?
But in that case, like, okay, am I a hypocrite? Yes, because if I had the money, I would totally do that.
I would
'Cause
not.
imagine the
I would
convenience
not.
of being
that's so
like,
fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous. No, that's
This
so
is
fucking
like-
ridiculous. If I had money, I would still live in the hood, dude. That's the kind of shit.
no. I'm saying get in the hotel so that you wake up at 7 a.m. and then you get ready in 30 minutes and then you walk
No.
out the door and you're
No.
in Disneyland
No,
already.
What
I'm
part of-
rich.
what
I'm
part
rich.
of
I can
the-
just drive and not care because I don't have problems in my life, dude. I'm
That's
okay
true.
with driving an hour.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
It's the convenience. That's why.
Fuck the convenience. See, the reason why it's like inconvenient in the first place is because now you have to get up, now I have to make breakfast, now I have to do all this other extra
No,
shit.
you don't, because they have hotel breakfasts.
But you can just
What?
go and eat there. Like,
Yeah.
you get me? That's it. Like,
Like, if you're rich, you could just pay the Disney prices for the food. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
No, but you're not understanding the added convenience. You okay, let's say, right? If
the
you-
point
if
is,
you
I
wake
don't
up-
mind waking up and driving an hour because all the
that's
other
you.
inconveniences
you
are
would
gone.
have,
That's
you would
you.
have to wake up earlier.
No, I
That's the
don't.
point.
I'm rich. I can get up whenever the fuck I want. If I want to get to Disneyland in the afternoon, I can go to Disneyland in the
Alright,
afternoon, dude.
All right. Alright.
Because I'm pretty sure I have enough. I have the whole season pass. I can go
Yeah.
tomorrow. I can go whatever time I want. I can go at nighttime, dude. Like, why the fuck I gotta
convenience.
be
If
there
you're
early?
rich enough that you don't need to work a job anymore, you can just laze around, do whatever the fuck you want all day. Why not go to Disneyland
Oh, it's
four
it's
times
it's
in a
five
row?
it's
Yeah,
5
yeah.
p.m. Let's go to Disneyland. Who gives a shit? You
Why,
know,
why
like
would I want to be up at like 8 o'clock in the morning to be there by 9? If I'm at the hotel when I can just go back the next day.
yeah, exactly. Like what the fuck?
It's
It's the
like
convenience that I'm telling you, because it's you gotta go in, you gotta wait in the parking line, you gotta go inside.
I'll take an Uber.
versus,
Like,
take an Uber. Like, what?
versus waking up and you're in the park, because you still have to get into so let's say, right, the Uber drop off, you walk over to like the extraction point, you get on the tram, they take you in there, you check in, then you walk in and you're waiting in the lines, or you wake up, have your breakfast, go
You'll
down
just
to the
have
lobby,
to go check in
and then you go
Yeah,
food,
yeah,
and
when
then
I
you
went to
walk out.
Disneyland, I never had to do any of that. I just go up to the gate and
Well, okay,
then
when's the
go
last
in.
time you went to Disneyland?
Like less than a year ago.
When
I
you-
went with Noosh for her birthday.
But you don't get dropped off at the gate. The tram drops you off from the.
I didn't get a tram. I parked inside the parking lot. I went up to the turnstile
You
where
took
they
the secret
scanned
entrance,
my
dude.
ticket,
Secret
and then I just
Right,
went
well,
in.
secret entrance. I don't
You
know.
can
That's
walk-
all we did.
You can walk there from the.
Yeah.
You don't need a tram.
Yeah, you don't need the tram. I've never taken the tram at Disney.
Why not?
Kind
I've never needed to.
Yeah. Secret entrance. You guys don't know about the secret entrance? He probably
could do it,
he's
but
probably
it's
been
just-
using that entrance the entire time,
know.
dude.
Like, just use a tram.
Right?
It's
Like, that
it's a 5-minute walk. Are your legs dead or
It's
something?
not a 5-minute walk, dude.
It literally
It's
took
like
us,
if you're-
okay,
if you're
maybe
rich-
at most 10 minutes. 10-minute walk from
Or
the car
30 seconds on
to
the
over
tram.
there.
It's the convenience of it. A minute on the tram, Edward.
10
You guys
wow!
don't
I had
understand.
to eat my banana and make conversation with my girlfriend on the way over to scan my ticket. Like, shit, dude. I
No,
lost.
or you
I
sit
lost
in the
so much
tram with
convenient
her.
time.
You sit in the tram with her, and you're like,
But you want it like if you're rich, Andres, feel like you would just turn into like a big lazy dude that just buttons for everything.
I don't think so, 'cause of the
Convenience
paintball.
of everything.
I was gonna say no. I wouldn't,
Paintball.
because the paintball would keep me active for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
And
where
if
would-
anything, I'd have more time to work out.
Where would you live if you were rich?
I
What's
would live probably somewhere like North Hollywood. I would try to stay in LA.
Whittier,
Somewhere in the hood.
Whittier, because Whittier is technically still LA, but I'd be close enough to like Riverside, or not Riverside, but like to the Inland Empire, where I would have that huge swath of paintball land, but still convenient enough that I can come into the city without being like, oh, it takes me 45
See, like
minutes.
even traffic wouldn't bug me if I'm rich, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it is. Like I'd be in the Uber or whatever, just like
Yeah,
on my
just
phone,
chilling.
buying bullshit, while I'm getting to where I have to go.
Because traffic's
But
only really bad
also-
if you're under two pressures.
No, no,
One,
no.
you have to be there
On
at some
time.
or two, you're the one driving.
Yeah.
You have to be in the
and
pressure.
You'd be avoiding the 9 to 5 anyway, because you wake up at 12. Who the fuck's on the freeway
Yeah.
at 12 o'clock? Like, you'd be getting down from, okay, maybe the
Trailers,
405.
18-wheelers.
Because the 405 is always a mess. But other than that, you get what I mean, right? It's like, it's much less traffic
Yeah,
than
yeah,
having
yeah.
to go 9 a.m. Oh, fuck, it takes a while because rush hour. And then 5 p.m. Oh, the afternoon rush hour. You could literally, I'm in the city from like 12 to 2, and then I go back home, and then, I want to get some sushi at like 2 a.m. Fuck it, I can do that.
Recently, the last 2 months, I think the only clear time to actually be using the freeways or to be going to go do stuff is either 9 a.m. to 10:45 or 12:45, or I guess maybe 12:30 to like 2:50 or
It
something.
also depends
right before
what
3.
freeway, because like if you're going just east to west from like, let's say, the Whittier area to LA, the traffic is pretty much gone by like 10, 11. But if you're on the 5 or the 405 freeway in that area, closer to the middle of downtown and stuff, there's a lot more traffic.
I want to say
there.
the 5, the 10, the 60, the 405, the
well, all the ones, all the downtown LA ones, yes.
Anything going to or leaving from
The center of the city,
downtown.
yes.
If it's not those 2 time frames that I mentioned, you're fucked. You're in traffic.
Because then there's like the lunch
forever.
rush, and
Yeah.
then like, what if people got
People
out
getting
a little
to work.
early at
Yeah.
3 o'clock instead of 4 or 5, and then
And then 18-wheelers classically use some of those times that are usually thought to be outside of rush hour to like, go, because they're like fucking huge trucks. So a lot of them are going to and from stores.
Oh, okay. So let's say, right, you win the lottery, $200 million in cash, blah, blah, blah. After getting all the essentials, house, car, all the cool things you want, what do you think is the first thing you would do for like the first 3 months? Because for me, honestly, I'd probably do outside of like the house stuff, while like getting
I would
those
do
first in
everything I've
order.
ever wanted.
I
dude.
would probably just do
Yeah.
nothing, because I'd be like, I can just relax for a bit, like literally just
Man,
I'm
I
playing
would
video
do
games all day,
everything I've ever
I'm gonna
wanted,
relax
dude.
for a bit.
I
No,
would
I'm
buy-
saying the first 30 days, right? It's like the first month after getting all your affairs in order.
Probably shopping spree. Get like all the
Yeah,
clothes I ever
shopping
wanted.
spree, get everything
Like,
I've
just
ever
clothes-wise,
wanted.
though.
I'd get a good night's sleep.
Go camping. Go
Yeah.
camping somewhere like far and like get like a little like mini RV or something and just go out there.
Ooh, you know what I would do? So I'd visit family in Mexico, right, and get them some a couple things. Cause like last time I went, I'm like, oh, he's like complaining about like the washer or the dryer, or like, oh, the TV. Like I'm looking at this TV and it's lagging because it's from like 1993, you know. But so I'd be in Mexico for like 2 weeks, and then I would go to Florida for like all the theme parks for like another 2 weeks, basically. Like a week at Disneyland, Disney World,
Yeah.
and then a week at
Yeah.
Universal, where
To
I
get
get
all the rides, all
and,
the
the good
experiences.
hotel where
Yeah.
I'm, you know, 2
Well,
minutes
Disney
away.
Paris, Disney Tokyo for
Oh,
sure.
I will
yeah.
say, like, if I'm going to Disney, like oh, Disneyland Tokyo or something.
You guys
like,
would
I
go
would
to
get a
fucking
hotel.
theme parks if
Okay.
you became rich, dude.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Eventually, that's not my thing.
Eventually.
Well, because the thing is, remember, with the amount of fuck you money you have, you can just enjoy life with your spouse, significant other, right? And if I'm like, oh, I spend a week in Disneyland and Tokyo, we still have another 2 weeks that we can spend in Japan doing everything else. You get me? It's not like, okay, I'm only here for the week, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And you can, like Walter said, you can go back. I'm like, yeah, I went to Tokyo 2 weeks ago for it, and you know what? I'm gonna go in like December for like the cherry blossoms or whatever.
Oh no, y'all are still thinking like poor people, dude. You can go
You can own Japan, dude.
literally no. You could literally, if you're rich enough to just fuck you money, you can go be like, oh, I want some waffles, then go to fucking France, get some fucking waffles there, and then come back. Like it literally doesn't fucking matter.
That seems like a waste to me.
Like, it
only
seems like a waste, but
because-
this
Seems like a waste. Oh, I want a hotel next
Yeah.
to Disneyland.
No.
Like-
I'm
but
saying
what I mean-
time-wise.
It doesn't matter.
You
have
have
all the time in the
time,
world.
yeah.
Money literally buys time. If you don't have to work, you have an extra like 8 to 9 hours a day.
Where do you
That's
have to
only the
go?
actual stuff
Where
that
do you
you're
have to
working.
go?
I
Where do
feel
you have
like
to go?
I feel like in the interest of time, I would probably go to Europe as a whole.
Where do you have to go where you're limiting yourself on
What
time
do
if
you
you're
mean?
rich?
Okay, what? Oh, Germany is nothing like Greece. Like that's all Europe. You're gonna want time to experience each and every individual.
Yeah, so
aspect.
I'll be
like
in a week for each country, just backpacking across Europe and like for the summer or whatever. No,
Like-
probably not the summer, probably the winter.
that leads into what I was gonna say. If I won the lottery and I had fucking money, I would disappear for like a
Couple
year
months.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I would just like either like part of them would just be holed up in my room, just trying to figure shit out in my head.
Jacking it as hard
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
can.
just fucking coming over the walls. No, like trying to figure everything out in my head because like I feel like I'm constantly like, okay, I gotta go do this. Like I think my life is like just full of like side quests right now.
Yeah.
Like okay, go do this. Okay, I gotta go do that. Oh, okay, I gotta go do this. Okay, I gotta go do that. Just one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Like right before coming to record this, I was over there making delivery.
Just side quests,
right
just
before
for the
that.
fuck of it, just because you can do it now. Just like, oh yeah,
No, I feel like
Go
my
do
life
this.
is side quests right now, so I need to like hold myself
so
up.
If you had money, you would say, "Fuck all the side quests."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need to do any of this.
I
shit.
do
don't
my-
gotta
I
do
choose
shit.
my own
Yeah,
adventures.
Yeah, I don't gotta do shit. I'm gonna like close myself off for like a period of time, figure everything out for like, okay, what do I like? What do I want to do this? What do I want to do here now?
So your first 30 days
Getting
will be
out.
planning out the rest of your
Planning
life.
everything, and then like for like the next like let's say I'm gonna distribute for like a year. The first month is gonna be okay, planning everything. Like okay, how do I want it? Then the rest of those are gonna be like okay, now I'm executing most of that initial plan. Go to Europe, go to Japan, go to China, go to
5 days after winning the lottery,
Yeah.
Edward would go on to overdose on
So
fentanyl.
I had this I had a similar conversation with Crystal about like, so if we were rich like that and we had kids, my thing would be like I would support the kids forever. They'd be trust fund babies up until they want to have a family of their own. The moment they're like, they want to have kids, I'd be like, okay, I'd still help them. It's not like I'm gonna kick them out the door and be like,
Yeah,
fuck you guys. I'm gonna help them out for whatever they. But if they want to have their own kids, their own family, I would say, hey, I'll have money for you for whatever business you want to start, for whatever thing you want to do. But now you got to start to actually start to make your own money. At that point,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I would
for
do.
me, because of like my dream, right? Not really a dream, but the thing I would want to generate as a business would be a paintball field that's like helpful for like newcomers, all that stuff, right? I feel like with the kids, I'd be like, well, yeah, like my thing wouldn't be, yeah, we won the lottery so many years ago and we're living off the interest. I'd tell them, no, yeah, we've got a paintball field and we own a business and the business does well for us. But I wouldn't try to like just outright spoil them because I would want them to learn the value of it. Because then I don't want them to turn to little shits and like, oh fuck you, dad, and then they kill me like the Menendez brothers.
Like, it probably wouldn't be for profit then. It would be a like community kind of source, right?
Yeah,
so that you get sponsorships.
I would want it
so you
to
don't have
grow
to-
the sport.
You don't have to make money.
Exactly.
You have to worry
Yeah.
about
My
money.
margin could be like
You could be
3%. And I'd be like, whatever.
For every graduating class, like, oh, we're gonna have a paintball day. Like you guys sponsor us, we sponsor you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's how I would handle that.
Yeah.
You know.
You'd be like, oh, Whittier High School. I'll
Yeah.
provide you guys with the rental stuff. You guys just let me know when you guys want to come in and practice.
Exactly.
And,
then you
and
have
the
Nike
reball field.
fucking sponsor you or something.
Or,
you know?
or the paintball the paintball places or
Airsoft
yeah.
or
the paintball brands. I mean,
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
those
shit
would
like
come in
that.
and start
because
and we'd get
paintball
into
isn't a
partnerships.
huge money maker. They're
It's
probably
not.
not,
It's not.
making fucking heaps of cash. So
But
it's like
I'm sure with like
if you do it for charity, it's fine.
Yeah,
no, but like
to
I'm sure
grow
with,
the
like
sport.
unlimited investment, like what
For the
Andres is
passion
talking
of it.
about. Well, not unlimited, but like I'm sure like if you're willing to take like a 30% or like even negative, you said last time.
Yeah, because
like,
remember
that type of investment isn't nothing. Like that could bounce the sport up into like a
The mainstream.
not necessarily the mainstream, but like definitely to like another level. Like that type of money being funneled
Did you
into
guys-
something dedicatedly.
Did you guys know a lot
like-
of people growing up that were doing paintball?
dude, I didn't
I
play
don't
paintball
know,
until
but
1 year ago.
I've heard of it.
Nobody.
I've heard of it, but I've never was like, hey, where do we go to do paintball? You know, like
Yeah.
Everyone had heard like, oh, frozen paintballs, they hurt, blah blah blah.
Yeah. My friend
now it's
actually,
like,
no,
yeah, we
not my
play.
friend. My cousin had a paintball, and he brought it
Ooh.
here. He was shooting up Benny's house across the
That's
street
hilarious.
with a paintball. Like,
The paintball gun?
like that was the the
And I
paintball gun.
remember
Like, that's
even
the
Alan
closest.
being like,
Yeah.
I've been paintballing before, and then he was terrible when we played with against him. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you don't hear about it as much unless you're in that circle. But like Edward said, with a huge cash infusion, we could go into okay, well, the fact that there's a huge field opening that is beginner player friendly with like better rental guns and hoppers and all this kind of good stuff would be so much more enticing for novices to join the sport, which would then spread by word of mouth, etc.
Right.
Like also if you can turn like because you're basically just investing into like your own like park at that point. If you
Yeah.
could like home grow like some sort of celebrity or someone with personality to like be there, like that spotlight that attracts attention, that attracts
Build a
sponsors.
stadium.
Like
for it,
yeah,
You know.
Well,
that would be the paintball
no.
field.
Yeah, the field itself could then host World Cup events and
Right.
things like that to
Yeah.
drive
but then
more
you would
business,
need like
get more.
seating and all that.
Wait, but that's
Exactly,
that's all
exactly.
like later. I'm just saying like the original cash infusion that he would be doing by essentially going in the negative and not
and,
like
and having a fair
yeah,
business
just throwing
practice.
shit more into it, like throwing money into the sport.
Mhm.
Like I'm sure it
Right.
could catch on. Like that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
nothing.
for sure.
I mean, there's always a possibility that the money's just a sinkhole and then it fucking disappears into nothing. But
Who
like,
knows? Well, but remember,
know?
having a better business model than your competitors
Yeah.
is the point. So if I'm
Right.
treating new players better, if I'm separating groups, and I'm going, okay, guys, we've got rental group A. You guys are going to be going in. We're going to have our intermediate group, those guys that have like their custom stuff, but they're not like regulars. And then we'll have the expert ones, the ones with like
I think
the
it just needs to
super
be two. I
speedball
think it
ones
just
and
needs
stuff.
two. The beginners
Yeah,
and
expert.
and then the pros
Advanced.
and then that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What
Okay.
about intermediate? Like, you
But that's what I'm
wanna
saying,
I
do
feel like
intermediate.
three is too. You're splitting it too much. I feel like you're splitting it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
have to have
okay.
three,
Yeah,
though.
beginner and intermediate.
Yeah.
Or beginner, advanced, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you, tier 1 or tier 2
I don't know
players?
paintball like
Yeah,
that.
tier
So
two.
Well, because that's the thing. You have tier 2 players, which are just the rental guys and stuff, and they have their little
what
mechanical
about tier
guns.
5 player?
And then you have your tier 1 players, which are, they're the ones that are running around.
Looking down the barrel.
And then,
Okay, what about tier 1, tier 2, and then tournament? So then the third tier
well,
would be
we would
tournament.
we would
style.
have a tournament field so people
Right.
can practice there if they want, like speedball. Because we'd go, okay, we have 6 speedball areas where you guys can go crazy there, and we have affordable, reasonably priced paint. And then we have the rec ball players where they can, tier 1 and tier 2, where it's tier 1 guys are the guys a little advanced, but they want to be out in the woods. And then tier 2 are the new guys that were just learning, having their rentals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with refs that actually explain it, not that go, all right, you guys know the rules? Yeah? All right, whatever. It'd be like, if they're rentals.
No,
well,
official refs that like because there's official paintball
Yeah,
refs
yeah.
that like go to like school or something or they have.
I'd poach the best refs from over here.
Yeah.
I'd straight up.
It
be
was
like,
just that one guy with the I so far is that
well,
one guy.
I feel like there's been a couple of good ones that,
the
that we.
black dude, what's his name?
Yeah,
with
yeah.
He
No,
had,
I
had
know
the
what you mean.
highlighter green shirt. Forget his name.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Got the
There's a
beard?
couple of good guys.
Yeah, that guy's good.
those are-
And if they interview, then we can go, okay, like how would you guys ref and things like that. And I'm like, calls, controversial calls, whatever it is. Point is, when you have a good business model that treats people right, the customer service is like, if it's overwhelming customer service, they're gonna go back for sure, instead of having terrible experiences but being forced to go back because that's
greedy
the
fucking
only
bastards.
place.
Yeah.
because it's the only place,
It's
and
like,
not having just dog
paid,
shit paint.
You paid $100 less for your annual membership. Now you don't get any of the perks. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
man.
It's like
we're still like
We're still
we're
here all the time.
here all the time. We're
Yeah,
buying the
yeah.
paint. You don't make us can't
We're-
bring
we're
outside
the
paint.
return people and
Fuck
whatnot.
you guys, man.
Yeah.
Like that's a little
But-
too much greed.
But the thing is too, like I said before, at the park, you wouldn't need to bring outside paint because the paint you get here is the
It's
exact
affordable
same
paint.
price. Exactly. You'd have 3 tiers of paint. You got your beginner, your intermediate, and then like your
I
advanced.
think they
and that's
added a
it.
different tier of paint. If I saw that sign
Nah,
correctly.
they don't sell that one anymore.
No.
So that's kind of like pay to win, kind of thing.
It's not pay to win. It's that a tournament player will want to play with a little better grade paint because the lower grade paint has a thicker shell on it, which is why you'll get bounces. But because the thicker shell helps in the rental guns, because the rental guns are not as soft on paint as the higher tier.
There's
guns.
practice paint, there's outdoor paint, and then there's tournament paint.
Exactly.
And then there's I forget what there's the other
There,
one.
there's like higher end stuff, but I'm like, no. You really only need 3 tiers. The basic woods ball stuff that's like everyone's using, right? And then you'd have, like the intermediate stuff where you're like, I want something a little better, right? But you don't quite need the $30 jump maybe per box to the next level. And then
the
and
membership
then you have
is it
those
yearly
pros.
or is it monthly?
It's 12 months, so it's not like it's 12 rolling months. Does that make
I'm
sense?
curious about this business. I don't understand.
Yeah, no,
I don't
that's what I'm
understand
saying.
the financials of it.
Yeah, because you wouldn't just go, oh, it's a season pass. No, it's like it's a year
So
pass,
how many
full 12
season
months.
pass holders would you need like have to maintain the mortgage? That's what I'm saying.
All on the property.
Oh, okay.
For,
Well,
that's the
'cause-
you're gonna need a lot.
Yeah. But remember, it's cheaper land because it's like in the Inland Empire
So if you
area.
have 1,000,
But-
paying like 1,000 a year. That's what 10. Like that's what.
$450,000 a year. No,
Yeah, is that enough for the mortgage?
$450,000 in
And
transactions,
that's without.
not including the paint purchases, right?
Taxes
air.
and other stuff. Like
It's-
it's expensive
and-
to run a paintball field. That's why
Yeah,
I
that's
think
for
we're
sure.
actually going into the
Insurance,
negative.
That's
But
for
it's not
sure.
like the money's going back into the field because the field's ass. Like the field is like
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
it's
But
fucking
that's
garbage.
what I'm saying. With the initial inversion of buying the land, we'd only really have to worry about property taxes.
Yeah.
You should
You
at
don't
least
have to
cut
worry
the
about
grass and all that.
No, the grass
bullshit.
is kind of okay. I'm talking
No,
about like the
yeah.
structures. They literally have like
Oh.
I'm on the
Update the
walls
bathrooms.
and it
it's
crunches
crap,
in,
yeah,
and you're like,
like,
fall into the stuff, patch it up or something.
fucking beehives. Like, come on.
Yeah, they should
It's
really.
like an hour fix.
Yeah,
they just
li-
keep it
literally.
closed for months.
smells like piss and shit
Jesus
sometimes.
Christ.
Like,
I
fuck,
know.
what's going
you
on?
Can, you can have a beekeeper come in and they'll pick it up for free. Like that's how
Yeah.
fucking stupid the management is. Because the management, he's like some like right wing dumbass who's like, oh guys, you guys can make money by buying
course.
courses and like. And remember, guys, we're here on the podcast. I said on the podcast. We're here on the podcast with like. This next grifter, what do you got? I got supplements, man. Oh, fucking supplements. I love it. Like,
Does he have a pod?
huh?
Does he have a podcast? For it?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say the name of it, obviously,
All right,
but
let's go to war with that podcast.
I am now declaring war.
Get banned from.
I know,
Hollywood
dude. He's
Sports
like
for
he
life.
finds us and then bans us. But yeah,
the
it's
guy
just
on the paint, dude.
it's
That's
literally
the
the
guy.
Fuck
guy.
him, dude.
The guy on the box of paint.
He's such an
That
asshole.
motherfucker.
And and just the fact that we're trying to grow the sport is the main driver. Outside of, remember, the huge cash infusion would take care of the initial investment of buying the land, all the cool stuff, and then you really got to worry about, like you said, the utilities, property taxes, and then the pay.
A lot of it
That's
is
the
just having
three other
investments.
things.
It's just
Because-
having money.
Well,
Yeah.
another driver is like, there's only like what 3 giant fields in LA.
There's only one.
There's only one. What
Really?
are you talking
Hollywood
about?
Or okay, so yeah, that one place, and then the next closest is Simi Valley and
my God.
and then the
Chino.
other place in Chino. That's it.
Okay.
Like there's an indoor field, which is nice and all, but the
It's
fact
like
that
a
we can
small
have
little one
both,
field.
exactly.
So
We
you-
would be able to have both because you can then build you can build like
Yeah.
2 or 3 indoor fields for like
Ooh, a
kids
field
to play
of-
jelly or
You
whatever.
think that
Another
there's-
field with an indoor field already in there too. That would be
Exactly.
fucking
So
dope.
do you
Imagine.
think there's enough demand for that supply?
Well,
Uh,
it wouldn't matter because he's not looking to make a profit. He's
That's
looking to
true.
increase the
Because
sport.
remember, I have fuck you
Like,
money at
that's-
this
I
point.
think
yeah,
there is a
that's
demand.
Oh,
I think there is
yeah.
because
It's like if
'cause
you won the
Well, I'm just
lottery.
saying, like, well, let's say realistically, if we
Yeah.
wanted to do that. Or
If
that-
realistically
I-
speaking, I think it
I
would make
think
a
it
good
would.
profit because the people who do play the game, it's not like
Are
every single,
passionate for the game
I feel
itself.
like do you really think everyone in LA goes to fucking Hollywood Sports every other day? They probably go
No,
like what?
once a month,
Once a
maybe
month,
twice a
maybe
month.
less, maybe
Maybe
less, right?
twice,
And even not
twice.
even that, they'll probably go
At
to
least
SC
was
Village.
one.
They'll probably go to the other
the
place,
bigger
right?
one, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure like everyone that does play paintball, you know, if there was another field, I feel like they would make
They would
profit.
visit it.
Yeah, they would go.
They would check it out because it would also be in the location, right? It's in the halfway point between Hollywood Sports and SC Village. So if it's like, okay, if I'm next to Hollywood Sports, let me see if I can go and try out this field, right? Because it has
Is that
a state of
technically
the art
Compton
facility.
or what is that? Is
It's
Bellflower.
Bellflower.
Bellflower?
Bellflower.
I thought
yeah.
it was Downey. Not gonna lie.
So
I think
you'd-
everywhere's Downey.
So you'd have brand new fields, which is a great, it's cool. It's like the whole. We'd probably have some opening special too, where it's like come in and free 500 bag of paintball, whatever. And then when they see the prices, that's what keeps the customers coming back.
Right.
The fact that you have
First time
reasonably
patient,
priced
50%
stuff.
off, dude.
Exactly, just things like that.
Yeah.
But also, don't forget, like the majority of if Walter, because Walter wanted to know if like taking it seriously, the majority of your income is gonna come from like 20% of the clients. Like 80% of the clients are gonna be like worth like basically nothing towards
You
your
want to know
payment.
something crazy? You know how much it costs to on a like a SKU basis, right? If you're buying pallets of
Mhm.
paint, you know how much those cases of paint cost? They're selling them for $53 plus tax. You know how much they cost to make? $8 each.
A box.
Yes.
Convenience.
Wow.
See,
They're
like Andres
making
was saying,
40
people will
something
pay for the
dollars,
extra
right?
convenience because you're already there at the paintball field. If you're going back every week, why would you want to take an extra trip to Walmart to bring back cheaper paint when you can just pay a bit of extra cash?
No.
If you're a reoccurring customer.
So that's the thing. It wouldn't even be a little bit of extra cash. It's like, let's say if a box of paint retails MSRP at $35, I would still sell it for $35 because the fact that it's MSRPing at that price means I can make money off of it. But these people are selling them for $53 of their own dog shit 1,600 round brand versus a 2,000 round box because just greed. That's it. It's just straight up
What
greed.
I mean is like also like what they're doing, like why they're selling it that much. It's because of the convenience.
No, 'cause
Most
they
of the
ban
players
outside
won't
paint.
go.
No.
Well, yeah, but also the convenience.
No, they're doing it. They're doing it because
For
they
money.
fucking for
They get
money.
That's why.
It's not for
It's
the
not a-
convenience.
it's not a
It's not a
convenience
convenience.
Why do
they
people
ban
purchase those
outside
prices?
At the end of the
Do
day,
you understand what I'm
every
saying?
business is for profit.
Yes, but
Every
do you
day,
understand what I'm
most every
saying?
business is for profit. So,
but
yeah.
They're not doing it for the convenience of the customer.
They're-
No,
you're
not
forced
the
to buy
business,
the
you
paint.
dumbass. The customer. Why is the customer willing to pay those extra things?
They have
Because they
They're the
have
one.
to.
They have to, Edward.
Well,
Yes,
it's
because
banned.
it's
banned.
It's
banned, but
banned.
it's also convenient for them to buy the paint there.
Well,
No,
in
it's
this-
not.
in
the only
this-
game in town. How
listen,
is it not going to be convenient for them to buy it there?
In
What?
this,
Also
in this,
convenient.
You can buy it
It's
somewhere
awesome.
else.
In this-
Am I retarded here?
Yes,
Like,
'cause
no.
listen. In
They're
this-
the only game in town that makes it convenient for them to go there.
in this specific scenario, it's not a convenience if you're forced to buy it there because they don't allow outside paint. If it's different if I was like, I can buy that same paint somewhere else, but it'd be a little cheaper. It's convenient for me to just buy it at the park. No. You don't have a choice.
You know,
You buy it at the park.
Yes, they're forcing the convenience, but it's still there.
How
'Cause
is
they
it-
could- they
How
could-
is it a forced
because-
convenience? Convenience implies that
you don't
it's
have to carry it.
convenient to do.
They could go to one of the other ones that's a little bit farther away.
well, that's
That's
the
not
issue.
convenient at
still-
that
it's
point.
the
So
same
it's
si-
convenient
it's
to
their
go to this
sister-
one where they're forced to use that paint, right?
That's not the issue though.
That's not the issue.
Yeah.
I was specifically talking about the paint. I was specifically
Yeah.
talking about the paint.
Well, last time you used a different kind of paint, right? What happened with that?
Well, no. It wasn't a different kind of paint.
It's the same
branded
brand paint.
that we buy in bulk at some other unknown
Oh,
place
okay.
that we don't talk
Yeah.
about because don't want them to shut it down or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I still go to the other place because it's only a couple minutes away from the park itself, so it's not like it's inconvenient for me to drive the extra 5 minutes. You get me?
Yeah, that-
5 minutes to save the $30 versus buying at the park because it's not convenient for me to buy at the park.
Yeah.
That's why right now it's only convenient for them to buy it because they're the only game in town. If you open up another shop right here, that would make it not convenient anymore. They would start going to yours. Customers.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
you
the
know-
point.
That's the very
Competition.
simple thing that I
You know?
said. I don't know why everyone was like,
'Cause-
"Oh no."
We were focusing on the
Like-
price of paint, and so it sounded like you were saying, "Well, it's a convenience that you can buy the paint at the park," but it's like that's not what we were trying to say.
You know,
It's-
you grow your like. Let's say we do turn this podcast into like a thing for paintball or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So be like, you have your GoPro or whatever. Be like, all right, take the pictures or whatever. Post the pictures, take screenshots or whatever of the people. Like, be like, hey, post that. This for the social media. Just take the photo, put it out there, and be like, tag them, and then they follow. Then you continue to do that, and then have like shirts or branding or whatever, like a tag or whatever, and then continue
BTF.
to do that, and then eventually it'll grow. Eventually,
Yeah.
But we have to
Yeah.
talk about paintball.
And you just gotta
More.
meet people.
I'm
too.
down, but Andres
Dude,
is
half the
Andres
podcast
is
has
like
been talking about
Andres.
paintball. Yeah,
Andres
they
is like
already
there's
have
already
the
too many.
podcast.
There's already
Nothing
too many
about
websites
paintball.
about paintball. But I'm like,
There's not too many websites.
I mean,
but
channels.
we could probably like
way.
consistently interview people at Hollywood Sports and be like, "Hey man, how long you been paintballing?" Like, "Oh,
How long
just
you been
this-
cheating, you motherfucker?
No, but you got what I
That'd
mean,
be
right?
funny
We-
as shit.
No, it would be funny. It would be funny if we interview people before they go into
No,
games.
during
No,
the
after
game. During the game.
after the
You
you
catch
catch
them
them
cheating,
cheating.
and then
Afterwards, they go up to them with them. Hey, how's it like cheating and not calling your shots?
Yeah,
So
we
I
could-
got you on the GoPro, not calling your shots. Can you like walk me through your process?
Yeah. we could do all three before,
Yeah.
after, and then during. So like with a microphone, be like, "Why are you joining the game?" Like to be right there, all fucking. He's like, "Motherfucker, look." You know? I don't know. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty funny.
This guy wipes
That'd
his
be
shots. You have anything to say?
Yeah.
So you got hit twice, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'd feel it'd feel a little riskier carrying all the setup in there, right? Because you don't want to get hit.
But
and
then
the
again, the
inconvenience
little
of it.
thing is like a little mic. You'll be alright.
Oh, I was thinking like a full fucking
no,
mic. That's
I
it.
have the lapel mic.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
dope.
Mike.
Like
Yeah.
like in that video I sent, the one where he's on the subway, like with the business card.
I
like,
guess.
Yeah.
But this way, I feel like it would be cool to just we set up for like an hour or two at the park, and then like interview people and be like, "Hey guys,
Oh,
what's
like set
going
up
on?"
a table, like
Yeah,
a stand.
no, not even
like
a table,
whole-
just at one of the seats, and then just like so we set up a little camera. And we're like, "All right, guys, hey, you mind telling us what's your paintball journey been like?" And then blah 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 blah. They tell us and stuff like
What's
that.
I was gonna say you could do like that one fucking trend, like, oh, how many people are you gonna shoot right now?
Right.
And they're gonna be like, oh, well, all of them. I'm gonna shoot like 20 people. And they come out like,
That's
how many people
cool.
did you actually shoot?
That's a good one.
That's cool because they already allow GoPros and shit, right? So they
Yeah,
can't be like, "Oh, you guys can do this." Well, you're already allowing GoPros. You're already allowing
Well,
everybody
also
to film
we're
and
not
shit.
we're not getting a whole camera inside the thing, which is like a
Mhm.
liability thing. We're
Right.
having it outside before they go in between games, things like that. We could literally have.
Good, yeah.
I was gonna say also it's a private business. They could do whatever the fuck.
That's
they
also,
want. They
that's
could just
also
be
true.
like, fuck you, go outside.
Unfortunately,
outside.
that's also true.
Uh,
We sit outside of the park and interview people just outside. Like,
yeah.
so
They'll be dickheads for it, but I mean,
mm.
they can. They can
that's
do whatever
true.
they want.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that again, our park would be friendly to like people who want to come in and amateur film. Go ahead, do it. You know,
We get shot. That's on you.
no, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
We have the same liability waiver and all that
yeah,
stuff.
or
No,
labels,
But
waivers.
yeah, just the paint being the main factor, because everyone always complains about the quality of the paint and everything. But if I can get high quality paint or higher quality paint than what they're serving, and be able to consistently serve it to them, the fact that you're not gonna have these oblong things, the leaky packages, all this BS,
Greasy
right?
balls.
Yeah.
Greasy balls.
It'd be so much more enticing to play the game that they'd be either forced to then lower their prices, get more competitive, or drive them out of business. Oh well, you know. But yeah, the reason they're not improving is because they're not being forced to right now, because they have a hold on the market. They have a monopoly on the market.
Yes.
I'm calling the SEC. But again, they'll tell you, oh, you have choices. Go up to like Azusa, or go all the way to
Yeah.
Moore Park, or go all the way down to like San Diego if you want to play games. Like, no. Get a good place, have somewhere reasonable, etc. And that's Broke Till Friday.
I was gonna say.
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.